Hi everybody, I'm Ron Cantor and you're watching Out of Zion on God TV. And today we are at the Shalva National Center here in Jerusalem. I'm standing with Rabbi Kalman Samuels, and I don't want to tell you all about the center today. I want to talk to you first about the inspiration for this center because it is nothing short of a miracle. Rabbi Samuels, can you just tell me the story of your son Yossi?
My wife Malki and I gave birth to Yossi in 1977, beautiful, healthy boy, our second child. At the age of 11 months, Malki took him for what she thought was a routine DPT vaccination to a public health center. Unbeknownst to us, there had been problems with this particular batch. Yossi was injured immediately, and he became blind, deaf, and very hyperactive. Subsequently in life, he lost his ability to walk, and he's in a wheelchair. Well-meaning people suggested to my wife that she consider taking Yossi out of the house because life was terribly
If you're
challenging.
blind and deaf, you can't communicate, you can't do anything.
And if you're active, as he was, you're into everything, and you can't put a glass on the table, you can't put a vase on the table, you have other little children who have to be watched. He has to be watched for the trouble he gets into.
So they told your wife to put him in an institution?
Not in so many words, but she should consider getting him out of the house. The connotation was clear. And at night, Malki would cry and say, God, I'm never putting Yossi out of the house, but if you ever decide to help our Yossi, I will dedicate my life to helping other mothers with their challenged children. 7 years later, in the deaf school in Jerusalem, a deaf teacher had Yossi sitting next to a table, his hands on the table, and she spelled in symbols the 5 Hebrew letters that are Shin, Vav, Lamed, Chet, Nun, which spell
Shulchan,
which means table. And at some point, like Helen Keller, he suddenly grasped that this was communication. She went ballistic. We had no idea what she was talking about. She then taught him the 22 letters of the Hebrew ABC, and another extraordinary speech therapist crawled into his mouth over a 2-year period and taught him how to speak Hebrew synthetically.
Wow.
He became very famous as the Helen Keller of Israel, and immediately after this breakthrough, my dear wife sat me down in our little apartment. I said, it's payback time. God has provided a miracle, and I know exactly what I want to do. And we began in a small apartment with 4 children, all run by my wife Malki, Shalva, meaning peace of mind, to provide others with around-the-clock therapies and programs that we did not have.
So we're going to talk about the center in an upcoming episode, but Yossi is right in front of us right now, and he's reading the newspaper with his aide Lior. It's fascinating to watch.
You said that very well. As Yossi would say, he is reading the paper, just like he says, I saw on television. In his world, he's not blind, he's not deaf. Lior is writing signing Hebrew letters into the palm of his hand, 22 of them, and spelling words. Yossi is grasping it at the speed of Morse code, and he is literally going through the paper as he does first thing every morning. And Yossi is laughing at something he's telling him. He's talking to him, no doubt. I see the photos of President Trump.
And I understand he's also a trained wine taster because his senses are heightened.
Yossi has the smell of a bloodhound. When his siblings would open up a can of Coke in the next room, he would scream, I want one too. And Yossi uses his sense of smell to taste wines, and as someone said, people try to do blind wine tasting. Yossi doesn't have to try.
Well, friends, stay tuned for more episodes on the Shalva National Center. You can go to God.tv to catch every episode, and you can find me at roncantor.com.
Please follow Ron on Twitter and Facebook at Ron S. Cantor to find out more about Ron and his ministry. For more information on God TV and the Out of Zion programs, or to view these programs again, go to god.tv/Zion.
Shalom, everybody. I'm Ron Cantor, the Regional Director for God TV in Israel. And I got to tell you something. I moved to Israel almost 20 years ago with one goal in mind: to reach my people with the good news of Yeshua the Messiah. And not long ago, we birthed something called Shalanu.tv. Because of you, because of the gifts of God TV partners, Shalanu.tv, a cooperative ministry with many Israeli ministries and Arab ministries, Shalanu TV became the first Hebrew-speaking Messianic cable channel broadcasting the good news of Yeshua to the nation. Now, as you probably know, we were taken off the air a few months after that. And within 3 hours, we were back up on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube. We are not giving up and we're not backing down. We love the Jewish people. As I said, I moved here because of this burning love inside of me for them to know our Messiah. In fact, we call Shalanu, Shalanu, because it means ours. And Yeshua, hu echad me'etanu, he is one of ours. He came from this nation. So I want to thank you during this 25th anniversary for birthing Shalanu TV. And I want to encourage you to continue to pray, continue to support Shalanu TV, because as we reach the Jewish people with their Messiah, with their Yeshua, according to Paul, that's going to release a greater riches revival all throughout the world. That's in Romans 11, verse 12 and verse 15. When the Jewish people who originally rejected Yeshua accept him, it's going to release revival. So friends, here we are 25 years into it. We're not giving up. We're moving forward, and you are reaching the Jewish people with the good news of Yeshua. And not just the Jewish people, you are reaching people all throughout the world. God bless you on this 25th anniversary for God TV. Shalom.